Hey there, everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, back for some more Age of Wonders 3. I've been gone for part of this weekend. It was 4th of July weekend, but I am back. I'm going to try to get 2 episodes done today, rather than the usual 3, as I'm a little bit shorter on time today. There was also so much feedback. I have to say thank you to you guys. There was so much feedback in the comments this week. I read through all of your comments. I was able to get to a criminally small amount of them in terms of responses. And I wrote down some notes, so let's go over what I thought really stood out to me from your feedback from the last couple of weeks. So from just a subscriber, you did mention that you can see if a unit leveled up in a battle by hovering over the medal. I will try to remember to check this. If that's like a UI thing, like during combat, said the unit has already leveled up or something. If you do this, it would say it in red text up there if, like, say the Storm Sisters were to level up. If that is a thing, it's a thing I have either forgotten about over the course of playing this game or never knew about or noticed in the first place, which occasionally does happen. I do run into UI elements in this game somewhat frequently, like little menus or things I didn't know existed. That can be very, very helpful. So I'll try to keep that in mind. From Azkator and Arch Redbeard, the heart structure gives Inflict Immolation. Well, at least the volcanic one does. It gives units Inflict Immolation, which could be very helpful for support units, especially Storm Sisters, because Inflict Immolation, although it doesn't reduce enemy resistance to shock specifically, it does reduce resistance in general, which would make the Storm Sisters more likely to stun their targets, at least on subsequent shots. I'm not sure which checks first, the stun or the Inflict Immolation, or if they check at the same time. I don't exactly know the mechanics of how that works. But in any case, it was pointed out to me by Azkator that between the heart structure and the Forbidden Sanctum, there actually is... I could probably get a city that could get both of those. There's just a couple problems with this. One is that it really basically boils down to the terrain, to be honest. The volcanic I could do something about, because there's always the option of building a fort to get the volcanic structure in the borders, and then the volcano territory wouldn't bother the city growing into volcanic area. But the problem is that this is volcanic here, but this is blight over here, and I don't have any way of dealing with the blight yet. Later in the game, I will have access to the ability to transform or spread temperate terrain from my empire, which would basically solve the entire problem altogether, but I can't do that right now. So that would be a really good city. I think in the long run could help me make just crazy powerful Storm Sisters that would be awesome. But in the short term would be very difficult to get to grow. So I'm not really sure that I want to make that my next city. I'll have to consider that. One thing Arch Redbeard did mention, though, is that I was wrong about these heart structures when I was talking about them. The description's a little confusing. It says removes all volcanic terrain penalties when located within your domain. That basically means that while it's located in your domain, it removes all volcanic terrain penalties for all your units everywhere, not just your units or cities that are located. Well, your cities would always be in your domain, but it's not just the units that are in your domain. It's as long as it's in your domain, all your units everywhere ignore volcanic terrain penalties. And I said that wrong in the previous episode. So this is still a great thing for me to get soon, regardless. And because of that, I think I'm going to, instead of having this tiger run west to scout more, I'm going to actually have the tiger run probably south. There seems to be a coastline down here, maybe a little snow terrain, but I'll have him kind of loop down through here and then check and see what's in this area, because getting that heart structure is probably a pretty high priority. Even if I don't link it to the Forbidden Sanctum, I still probably want that in my territory pretty soon. So I appreciate the feedback on that. Just a couple more comments that I wanted to go through. Again, I'm trying to keep it really brief this week because I'm only doing 2 episodes. Adler1000 mentioned the Haunted Boneyard may be threatening a city. Now, initially when I read the comment, I thought it might be threatening my new city here, but the Haunted Boneyard that my sorcerer found underground is actually further to the northeast. It's way over here. I was thinking it was down close to where that warg was, in terms of like XY coordinates, but it's actually further northeast than I thought. And the problem is that it is basically right underneath my capital and this fort that I made here, which means both of these cities are threatened by this thing. the undead would have to go a bit around. They would have to go all the way up this cave entrance here, but I do believe they would do that because these are really the only potential targets for them to attack anywhere in this area. I'm not sure to what extent there's a limit to how far they'll walk out of their way to get to a cave entrance to come up and attack something, because I think they may venture further than 14 spaces just walking. It's just they won't attack anything within 14 spaces. Or out further than 14 spaces, but it doesn't seem to take into account a difference between above ground and underground, which means that even if the cave entrance is more than 14 spaces away from that boneyard, the cities are not, which means they may still go after the cities anyway, even if they have to walk further to get to the cave entrance. I'm just not sure what the limit is to how far they will walk to get to something, if they have to go around to get above or below ground to get to it. So, but yes, basically, long story short, I need to probably try to level these units as fast as I can, at least level up the snake and the spider, and then maybe make a run at the haunted boneyard, or at least leave my sorcerer down here kind of power leveling on any structures I can to try to get strong enough to deal with that. I figure if I go through and clear the farm, the mine, maybe I could, yeah, I could probably clear that. If I can clear those 3 structures, especially since the snake's about to evolve, so I'll have a tier 3 to work with, I could definitely get the snake to evolve, maybe one of the spiders, if not potentially both of them, if I'm really good at power leveling. Plus, there's also this treasure down here that I may be able to take. I did already clear that mine, I believe. But by the time I'm done doing all that, maybe I can deal with the haunted boneyard. We'll have to see how that goes. From Impregnable, maybe worth putting a proper city on the Fort Northeast for additional produce merchandise income. Basically, produce merchandise increases income from cities by 50%, but on top of that, as cities grow, they also generate more gold. So I could basically, by putting a city there, turn 20 gold per turn. If I just went to straight merchandise, could come close to doubling that. And then as the city grows, it'll just make more and more. That is probably a good idea, and something that I should do soon. It may be a good idea to do that with my next city, because I don't really have anywhere else to expand aside from potentially the heart structure. The blight would not be very nice for me right now. So the only other potential option is putting a city here and just dealing with the blight and letting it grow to get the sanctum and the heart of the volcano, which I think is probably my best Storm Sister option right now. So I'll have to give that all some thought. So that's pretty much all of the feedback from last week. There was one other thing I wanted to mention from Arch Redbeard, a little bit of a mistake I made. When I was talking about the Forbidden Sanctum battle, I was sort of just chalking it up as to me getting unlucky because I went in there with spirit resistance on my leader's army. And that knight had 40% spirit protection plus his resistance, which may have not been quite that high, but it was pretty high. And I sort of chalked it up as to getting really unlucky with the succubus converting the knight, which to a certain extent I still think I kind of did. But the one thing I didn't take into account was that these Forbidden Sanctums have an enchantment active in them at all times, which is basically a mass curse. It effectively lowers my unit's resistance, which would have made the knight more vulnerable to being converted. I still think it was probably less than 50%, but initially I was thinking they got me on like 20% at best. They probably had better odds than that. So I just forgot about the curse, and so that everything that went down in here was very much still simply my fault. A lot of people had suggestions for how I could have dealt with that battle better, but what I really should have done, and I'm going to go to the next turn here because I believe this one is done, but what I really should have done is, instead of going through the narrow choke point where I couldn't do anything about the succubus on the other side, I should have really gone around to one of the flanks, leaving myself more options to get behind their lines and kill the succubus if I needed to. So basically, long story short, still my fault. I mean, I have to take responsibility for the mistakes I make in my own series and just try to learn from them as best as I can. We have another hero join offer. I think that's an orc sorcerer. I do not need another sorcerer. So I'm going to have to say I require another type of hero. Couldn't pay for on the... Well, actually, I could pay for on this turn because I'm going to get more gold. But, again, don't need another sorcerer, so we're going to pass on that. I want something different. Upgrade my leader. Okay, so looks like my leader leveled up just from passive experience gain. So that would be probably worth checking out. He does have healing now. I've got pretty much everything on him that I need, unless there's something else I need to save for. I did get sustainable warfare, which is something I really wanted. Will help save some gold. Let me check and see what the druid gets at levels 11 and 13. It's those odd numbers that you want to keep an eye out for. So I can say Archdruid, level 11, gets Call Beast Horde. I don't have the casting points for that, but that is a great thing for clearing structures. Uh, Call Lightning is pretty dang handy. I probably should leave enough for that. Oh wait, Call Beast Horde, that's irrelevant for me because that's something I have to research normally because my druid is my leader. So yeah, I can't. This is not going to be an option for him. But Call Lightning definitely is one that I should look at. Also, Regrowth is, can never underestimate Regrowth. That would have been probably kind of handy to have in the last battle. I don't know if it would have made a difference with the knight smacking me in the face, but when he got converted. But you never know. It could come in handy. So yeah, Regrowth takes 10, Call Lightning is 7, and then at level 13 is just Druidry. Yeah, so basically I probably want to leave myself with enough to at least get Call Lightning. I think that one is extremely useful for forcing enemies to come at you. So at most, I think I want to spend 3 points on him and save 2 for Call Lightning on the next level. How long has that got left? 8 turns? Okay, we still got some waiting on that. So spend 3 points, save 2. I think I'll probably just give him a little extra health then. Especially if I end up getting Regrowth a little bit later on, having the extra health would benefit that, unless there's something else in particular. I could grab Entangling Touch. It might not be a bad idea, but I a lot of times hesitate to take things like that on heroes just because I'm usually having them like cast spells or attack or do something like that, but I don't know. Entangling Touch may be worth it. It could come in handy. Other options, maybe Undead Slayer, but for him, he's not really fighting much undead right now, so I think we could pass on that. The other ones, like Natural Immunity and Warm at Night, only benefit, or they would take 4, so I think... And then there's Inflict Bleeding Wounds, which I think I would rather have Entangle than that, just as another option. You know what? I never get Entangling Touch on my druids. Let's just grab that. That could... Oh, you know what? No, I'm changing my mind on this again, because he's going to have 2 spiders in his stack with him. Having Entangling Touch on top of 2 greater webs is probably redundant. That's probably a little overkill on the crowd control stuff. So, yeah, I'm just going to stick with the extra health, because that's good no matter what. If I didn't have 2 spiders with him, I would probably take Entangle, but he's got... Wait, that would be really redundant, because he has Greater Webbing Touch already. He's riding a spider mount. So I actually have 3 Greater Webbing Touches on this guy. Yeah, that would be too much a CC, so we'll ignore that for now. But yeah, so I have the Tiger in this stack, who is all patched up thanks to all my healing stuff. We'll send him down and start making my way back towards that heart structure over there to see what's going on. I'm gonna have to go south to get around the tower. There's a few cranky halflings on there. That would be just a pushover battle. That might be something these guys could go deal with, just to grab that tower. The Tiger on the next turn will probably take the haste berries and go... It could go south a little, then get the haste berries and go around. So I think that's what he will do. And then for my hero's army, this is a point in the game where I gotta decide, because I want that spider. That spider needs to be with my druid from now on, probably. So I think what I'm gonna do is move the spider over here. This is gonna be kind of my next target with them. I'm gonna clear that structure and get some gold. Obviously, I want to pick up that gold there. In fact, I could use that spider to do that right now. And then probably just give that vampire spider a chance to catch up so he's with my druid's army, I think is probably fair. Do these guys have water walking? No, it's just forestry, so... Yeah, he's going to be a little bit slower than my leader. I'm going to take this opportunity to explore a little bit with my leader, just to push out a little further to see what's out ahead. I just need to leave him enough points to get back kind of with this group. So there is... oh, that's a crystal tree. Ooh. That's a crystal tree and a vault of knowledge. That's the best possible elf archers right there, I think. Yeah, so there's another potential city spot, but it's all blighted. Dang, I really am going to need either a Heart of the Blight or the Convert Land into Temperate spell, which I think is still a little ways off. I need to finish Favored Enemy, because then I can get Animistic Knowledge. But this is definitely a potential... This is actually probably an almost certain spot that I'm going to make Elf Archers. It also looks like it's pretty defensible. There's a river that goes around the edges. And do I see treasure in the water? No, that's the peak of the mountain that I'm seeing there. So, yeah, this is good news over here. Okay, I think what I want to do is probably, for now, I'm going to have the monkey sort of tail this group. He's going to still be needed for trying to convert the shock serpents there. I don't think there's anything else in the area. Yeah, it's just those shock serpents. I want to pick up one of those. Once I get one of those, I think my leader will have enough that I can split the dreadnought off to go with someone else. So that's kind of the plan right now. How much further can you explore? You can go a little bit further. No, oh, I'm glad I took an extra step north. Well, that's not too bad. There's only one dragon and then just some crows, so I'll be okay. Just don't want to split anyone off from everyone else here right now. How many halflings are down here? Because I got to decide what I'm going to do with these guys. It's just 2 night watches and a farmer. They'll get slaughtered by these guys, so I am going to go ahead and let this army head down south, just because I want to get that watchtower for line of sight, because it looks like you see water here, you see water here, so this could be kind of a choke point in this area. I'm going to want that tower, I think. And the units that I have stationed here are sufficient to defend the new city from any wandering bandits or anything like that. So I think it's okay. I may end up moving the Dreadnought to join this army after my hero gets, hopefully, another snake that he can start leveling up. Alright, so that means you 7 are going to stick together. We'll put everyone back on the same stack right here. Actually, I want to maybe leave them a little closer. I would like to lure those dragons into attacking me, because that'd be more XP, and I've got a pretty good army here, so I'll leave them set up like this for now, and see if that dragon comes down to get me. I also can summon another animal, which I think is going to have to go down here with the sorcerer, who desperately needs help for dealing with this haunted boneyard. I'm just planning on spamming animals, and I can use the meat shields like the penguin and the boar to charge in and take hits if they need to, while the other units hopefully can deal some damage. Let's move them back here, and I'll summon an animal here. Hopefully it's something that I can level up. It is not. It is another crappy penguin. Alright, well, let's send the dwarf in. It's gonna do this again, so I'm gonna use the penguin to launch the attack. Manual combat. Alright, so this is all about getting XP on the spiders and the snake. I believe the snake in particular could level this battle if I do this correctly. So let's go ahead and... How much mana do I have? 118. Which am I making? Plus 38 per turn. I need to be maybe a little more stingy with how I divide it out, but I definitely still want the snake and probably the spider that's closer to leveling to have star blades. And what are we up against here? I didn't really pay attention. The Sun Guard is probably the most dangerous thing in this group. I tend to struggle with those. And the Adventurer might have Animal Slayer. Yeah, it does. So that actually may be more dangerous in this situation. Maybe I will... Alright, I'm gonna lure the untouchable to come after me, I think. Try to get him to run at me in a line, so I'll slide up more in this direction. Keep the adventurer a little further away for now. Alright, and then I want to give Star Blades to that spider. That's probably all the spells I'm going to use in this fight. I want to... Plus, there's going to be other fights for this group to do very soon. Although, maybe not on this turn. I think they have to go around a dirt wall. Alright, let's see if we can lure these guys into coming at me. I'm just going to move over here and zap them once. That should get their attention. And a level on Dora, which is good. And he should probably... I imagine he will move... Well, he might move here and spit. That would be a flank attack. Let's plan for that potential outcome. And kind of try to block his line of sight with that spider. Otherwise, he'd probably go here or there. Maybe there, one of these. Maybe one of these three spaces to get the best possible angle. So we'll leave some units kind of close. The boar can be a little further back because of his charge bonus. Penguins do have lifesteal, so they're not entirely useless. I just dunk on them a lot because I have a bad history with penguins on this channel. Alright, they took them probably the safest position they could. But this is okay. The halflings have moved within range of a spider that probably has a pretty good chance to web them, so I'm going to go for that, thanks to their low physical defense. I believe I want that snake to just go straight on and attack that untouchable. Hopefully this other spider can web there. Okay, perfect. This is a good setup. And I don't mind hitting the snake back. The snake will heal. I am going to move the penguins up as just extra security. And then you... Well, I don't think I need the dwarf to do anything. These guys are just going to engage the snake mostly. Well, they'll probably spit at the snake, actually, because they can get away with that as a free action. So, basically what I think I want to do here... just move her down closer, just in case she's needed. Yeah, they'll just spit at him. So, he should kill this in one hit unless he fumbles. But even if he does fumble, he won't die. Okay. And then the spiders, that web will wear off on the next turn, I think. I may want the spiders on the other side. And I will go ahead and put the penguins over here just so these units are feeling a little surrounded. Alright, yes, the web did wear off. So, that sun guard there... Okay, I was able to web it again. I'm going to let this snake go after that sun guard. And I'm going to have my spiders... I believe they should phase, probably. I think that may give them some XP. And I'm going to have them... I don't really want that unit with Animal Slayer hitting them back, so I'm going to try to web again, and then just let them eat the unit. Okay, we'll let the snake get another kill. Oh, he is still not leveled. I want him to level, so I think I'm going to give that last... I'm going to let him finish this last guy off. At least I think I can let him finish the last guy off. Okay, this spider can at least make it down, so... Yeah, he needs one more hit. Come on, just one more. I want a tier 3 unit in this army. Make me feel better. There we go. Took a little more to get him leveled than I thought it would. But I got it. So we got a mature shock serpent. That helps tremendously. A warg, some gold. I will gladly take that warg right now because I can run him straight west. And I want to get a better sense of what's out in this direction. Well, there's an animal den out there, so I think he will promptly turn around and go southwest instead, because there's almost certainly something running around out there by now. Oh, let's see. We got upgrade hero. I think now would be probably a pretty good time to get magic affinity. Those barnyards usually have some casters in them, so having some extra resistance would probably be pretty handy for everybody. I believe she gets inflict stun at level 7, so I should have enough time to save up points for that. So yeah, let's get magic affinity. I will feel a little better with that. Some range strength might also be nice for her, or even just some defense. Either way, I think I'll go with the defense option probably. Select that as an upgrade and move on. Okay. And then this whole group can head around this way. We can send the boar out a little bit ahead to let the penguin catch up, and then on the next turn they can get 2 more battles in. We got a new tier 3 unit to help out, which is pretty cool. Praise the Leader Festival. Alright, I like to see that. That's a bunch of free gold. It's an advantage of having a really happy city this early in the game. Working on Archdruid Dolmen. I believe Henge is to come after that, but I can't queue it, unfortunately. I do forget to do this frequently, but I will go ahead and queue production of, let's say, a Siege Workshop, just in case there's an autocomplete event, because the city is very happy, so autocomplete events are entirely possible there. I got the Shield of Blocked Whispers and a melee sword for my Warlord. Cool stuff. That came from my leader, I believe. And then my capital city here could start working on another settler. The problem is I don't know where it's going to go at this point in time, but I probably should get it started. If I have enough money to make a settler, that's probably what this city should be doing. So, I think the most likely case is it's going to be down somewhere near that heart structure. So I'm going to just send my builder down in that direction now. Looks like the fastest route is to go like this. I did have Adam James in the comments mentioned building roads. And I do intend to do that, just maybe not quite this early, because most of my money, extra money, is going towards getting these settlers built. But eventually, yes, I am going to want roads. I've got 1 turn left before this city upgrades to a stone fortress, and as soon as it does, I will plant the settler on it and be able to start making some, or be able to start growing this city. With the farm in the area, oh, I'm going to need more mana for that, though. I'm going to want to put the same spells on that I put on this one. So, yeah, I should probably be pinching my pennies a little bit with mana. But I need more units down underground to help the sorcerer. Maybe one more. Maybe one more. And then I'll try to save my mana. I'll try to avoid using spells in combat for now. I will actually get some mana from this crystal tree. I think I will anyway, so that should help. Okay, let's check that box for them. And then I've got my other Warg Underground who's kind of exploring around. I'll have him go southwest. There's another Haunted Boneyard. I think maybe he needs to go... Well, no, maybe he could sneak around. Looks like there's a way. Unless it reconnects to this path over here and then he just gets wrecked. But if it happens, it happens. You can't be too... Eventually, you do have to take some risks with your scouts. If they die, they die. There's just a tier 1 scout, so it'll be alright. I need to remember to do my quick saves in case I have a game crash, because that's never fun. And then we can go to the next turn. A lot of little moving pieces right now, but I think overall, aside from the setbacks I had in, well, most of them in episode 5 of this series, then some misclicks in episode 6 that I think cost me another spider, which was annoying. Other than those little setbacks, I think this is going pretty well. I just need to, right now, one of the things that I'm most worried about is getting caught off guard by a spawner. My other question is, like, should I try to get a city down here anyway and then just deal with the blight? Because having elf archers with Vault of Knowledge and the enchanted tree upgrades early in the game could be pretty handy. Okay, good. That dragon did exactly what I was hoping. Looks like there's a couple lost souls mixed in there, but this is good. This will be good XP, and I should be able to handle a single dragon just fine. One thing I do want to remember is that noxious gas breath or whatever, I believe that can inflict noxious, or no, the dragon itself as an inherit inflict brain rot. If that hits my leader, it's going to slow down my casting of summoning more animals, so I need to be mindful of that. Let's, for the moment, make sure I get everyone together. Where's my other spider? He's back here. Alright. Let's bring the vampire spider up. Not that this is going to be any use against undead. He can't lifesteal from them, but still better than nothing. I'll bring the spider back and get him behind my spider. We'll go ahead and do Awaken Spirit. If I can get that done quickly, I could get it up on both animals. Let's get the knight away from the bad monkey. And I got my firebomb. I got some good abilities. Good abilities with Mira there. I think they will charge at me because... Okay, they just went for the hero, that's fine. And Brain Rot failed anyway. Not that it would do much to her, but she's a little low on morale there. In fact, most of my units are. I gotta keep in mind that I could fumble. Alright, so that dragon is gonna come swooping in and attack something on the next turn, more likely than not. I want someone with good resistance who probably won't get panicked. The other option is to move the Storm Sister forward and try to stun it, but I think that's a little on the risky side. Let's try to get the dragon to overextend and attack something. That Spider Queen has pretty good resistance. I think I'm going to use it. It's got 15 spirit 15 general resistance, 40% spirit resistance. It's a bit better than the knight, I think, which is only 13. So yeah, I will let the Dread Spider be the bait in this situation. Alright, you want me? Come and get me. Extend all the way down there, and then I should be able to counterattack pretty hard. Oh, I didn't think about that crow. That's probably going to go after my Storm Sister. Yeah, I was hoping it wouldn't do that. Well, at least she stunned it. Because I wanted her to move to the spot that it's on, and then zap the dragon, which I can still do. I just have to... Let's build up a charge with the knight and get rid of this thing. Failure! It's okay. I can sprint the monkey to get past the dragon. Kill that guy. Move the Storm Sisters. Well, they're gonna be... Now the monkey's gonna make them sad, but... well... Okay, they didn't fumble. Unfortunately, I didn't get the stun, but that's okay. I think I've got enough stuff here to work around it. I want to give the spider, guarded by flames, and let it attack that dragon a few times, get some extra fire damage in there. This thing needs to kindly get the heck off my hero. And I want to try to web the spider too. Actually, maybe I should try webbing it twice. Just lowering its movement a bunch. Yeah, because then it could only attack one thing. Which makes it a little less of a threat, even if I don't succeed at actually webbing it. Okay, so all it can do is attack one of the spiders once. And it's not gonna do too much damage to either of them. I think my druid can probably just 1v1 that carrion bird. Should be fine. They have lifesteal, I forgot about that. It's alright, I'll have other units that can swoop in and help here in a minute. Oh, he's just gonna use his gas breath. Alright. Alright, next up, I probably still want to try stunning this dang thing. There we go, I got the stun. I have to be careful melee attacking it because it's got fearsome, so anyone who actually does a melee attack against it could be... It does have fearsome, right? Yeah, there it is. Could get panicked. So I would much prefer to bring it down with range attacks rather than having the spiders actually hit it. Let's see, I could get rid of that carrion bird now, but how about this? There we go. Then have the monkey run around and hit it in the back. I'm gonna need to do something about that lost soul, though. The knight will be fine against that one. It's this one that I'm a little worried about if the monkey flanks, but I think I can deal with it. The monkey go here. He did not kill it. What a useless monkey. Alright, instead I'll just send this spider out to deal with that, because he's got fire damage. Then I can have my leader safely hit the dragon with range attacks to lower its HP. Vampire spider can kill the carrion bird. May as well give him a level anyway. And I'll just have the knight fight the ghosts. Alright. Looks good. Now who wants to take down a dragon? At this point, the dragon will die. It only has 1 health left, so it doesn't matter if my spider gets panicked. Right now, it's more about healing. I can go ahead and try another free web, because that could buy me some time to heal. And I got it. Alright, cool. That buys me a little bit of time to heal some more units. Let's give that Storm Sister a nice big health regen there, and then I think I'll give Nourishing Meal to the spider. Oh yeah, they come back. Yeah, that's fine. It's just more XP. Actually, that's good, because that leveled the knight up to gold rank, so he has strong will now. Don't have to worry about him getting converted anymore. And turning, I imagine there's a very awkward relationship between these two. Let's get Nourishing Meal to the spider, I think. Well, the knight actually might need it more, because he's got more total health to regenerate. Yeah, let's do that. And the Storm Sister, for free XP, can use actually the Inflict Stun ability, which worked. They could have gone after the monkeys and maybe done a little bit more damage. Alright, then I'm not getting any XP from killing the Lost Souls the second time, so I'll do that. And then I think I just want my leader to get the XP for that dragon. Maybe the Vampire Spider, but the Vampire Spider leveled up once. Yeah, okay, there's that red text at the top, gosh, can't remember the name of the person who gave me the comment. It was just a subscriber mentioned. I don't know how I've never noticed that before, or maybe I did and I've just forgot it was there, but like I remember in a previous episode I was talking like, I don't remember if the unit leveled up, and it says it in red text right in front of me. So yeah, there it is. See, it's already leveled up. Now it can still get more XP, so I think I may have it kill the dragon anyway. No, actually I want XP on my leader. I want Call Lightning. That's more handy, so I'm gonna have him run in and do a melee attack. And the battle is over. Slayed the dragon. Alright, cool. I'm gonna quick save again after that battle, because I thought that went pretty well. Got a lot of XP. Favorite enemy is researched. Is animistic knowledge available? Yes, it finally is. I'm going to grab that, and then I'm going to start getting strategic spells trying to work towards convert terrain to tappy grassland or whatever it is. I don't think that's what it's actually called, but that's what it does. Alright, I think the best thing to do would probably be to go after the Vault of Knowledge first and try to grab one of the snakes so that I can work on leveling it up in subsequent battles. So I think we will go over there with... Let's see. I will leave the knight on his own because he is mounted on horseback and can regroup with everyone pretty quickly. He also has strong will, so he doesn't need that spirit resistance quite as much. And I will move the rest of my units here. Let's see if we can walk out of this one with a snake for my leader to start leveling up. If I can, this army is going to be pretty stacked, and I think I could send Mira off and give her her own army. Or have her possibly... She could potentially go help the sorcerer underground. She's Draconian, so she wouldn't mind it down there. That might be a good thing for her to do. If I can find a safe and relatively fast path for her to get down there. For the moment, let's send my leader in. This is going to do this again, so instead of the leader, we'll send the knight. And definitely manual combat this one. Pretty sure I should be able to get one of those snakes. I will probably just kill the first one that comes after me. It looks like this guy here has volunteered to be the one to die. Ah, I stunned him. Was not expecting that to happen. Alright, then eyeball guy coming in. I'm going to move this person over here. And what I think I can do is hit both of them. Yes. That little fire grenade is pretty handy, I must say. For the Doom Gaze, trying to petrify, but it failed. The next step is that I need to deal with probably the Watcher. That was easy. After that, the Phantasm Warrior, but I really want to web those snakes, so I'm going to try to get after them first. Okay, good. That was successful. I want that Watcher out of the way now to get the spider through, but I'm not sure if I... Well, maybe I can. If I high roll this. Yep. I can get him through, because that spider will do poison damage, which will hurt the Phantasm Warrior quite a bit. Before I do that, let's go ahead and give him Awakened Spirit. Oh, that's right. Static electricity. Stunned my guy. That's okay. He's got enough health, he will be alright. I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, I got my knight down here. Wasn't paying attention. Bring him up. Yeah, you get your free hits. I'll just patch up the damage. There. Eventually I'll get you. Alright, can heal that person, and now I want to try to set the snake on fire and get the monkey down near the snake to lower its resistance. I believe the safest way to do that I don't know if the gun would be safer through enough penalties. It probably would be, but I can't fire the gun on this turn, so this tends to go over, it arcs over things, so I think it'll do full damage no matter where this guy is standing. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Doesn't seem to matter. Alright, well, we'll go for the 50% immolate, which unfortunately did not succeed, so I'll have to try the gun on the next round. This should do a bit less damage, yeah. Okay, there's the immolate. Then all that's left to do is make it disgusted and get my leader. Oh, I forgot to use Nourishing Meal, but how long is he on fire for? 2 turns? He's webbed for 1 more. I can still get Nourishing Meal in here on somebody. The snake will just burn for an extra turn. Alrighty, this is as good as it gets, I believe. 75%. Got it. Alright, cool. That's really, really good. That snake can eventually evolve to a tier 4. That will be excellent for my leader's army. Also, ooh, 92 research. That's pretty good. That knocks a turn off of Animistic Knowledge, and Animistic Knowledge is huge for this stage of the game, especially with all the structures this city's going to have. Be very, very, very helpful. Speaking of this city, I need to cancel the production of the Siege Workshop and switch over to the Henge for the extra growth. I do not have enough money for or mana for that, but I think I will get enough in a turn here, or on this turn here. I can go after this structure and get some mana off of that. The snake I cannot move on this turn, but he will be able to participate in this battle because he just so happens to be standing in the right spot. There is nothing else, no other animals for me to convert right now. So I'm not sure if I want to split the monkey off or keep him around. I think I should still keep the monkey around. He's been pretty dang handy. Alright, let's go after this structure down here and try to get a little bit of mana. Who's got the most movement? My leader or the Dreadnought. Either one would be fine. It's doing this again. We'll close that and I guess let the knight do it. Go for it. This battle will be a little bit more challenging. I don't have a lot that's good at fighting units with physical resistance, but I do at least have the spiders who are going to have their poisons. And it looks like they're going to give me plenty of time to give buffs on everybody, so that helps too. I can buff him, then on the next turn, Nourishing Meal. Then on the next turn, run around and buff another guy. Probably can also start the process of luring them to me here, so I'm going to use probably my Draconian to do that. Alrighty. Why don't you guys come and fight me? Oh, I'm using the wrong thing. There we go. Yeah, get on over here. Preferably charging the awakened dread spider queen. Not dead spider queen, let's hope not. There's the phase from that guy. I would really love for him to flank attack that Node Serpent if I could kill this guy with somebody else. Dreadnought kind of took a beating here, so I want to heal him. What I think I'm going to do is have the monkeys sprint back here. They may take a hit from one of these guys. but they can do a lot of damage to him. Then have the knight probably could just charge in and deal with this guy. That frees up the spider to go deal with this guy, which could do an awful lot of damage. And now that he's flipped around, this spider could finish him off for another level, leaving both of my heroes free to do heals or whatever else they may need to do. No one needs a full heal yet from healing, but Mira, well, actually Mira could use it, so I'll give that to Mira. And then Mira could give, let's say, Guarded by Flames to the spider that has a little bit of damage. And I gotta remember that I've got, well, actually I don't think Inflict Stun even works on these guys because they're ethereal. You go for the flank, he's going for the monkey. Yeah, I can't even try to use that against them. It was pointed out to me in the comments, and I apologize, I forgot to write this one down, but someone did remind me that dispelling my own debuffs is another way to get, like dispelling Guardian Flame from the spider there, is another way to add some extra XP onto the Storm Sisters. It's just something you want to do at the very end of the battle when you don't have use for the debuff anymore. For this guy, I'm going to run around. Ooh. Sucks to be you. Let's lure him into attacking the Storm Sisters, because he won't do very much damage to them. Too much shock resistance. Alright, then what did I want to do? I wanted to debuff the spider, which I'm going to need to turn him around in order to do that. That'll be easy enough to do. So yeah, Dispel Magic on my own spider. A little extra XP there. It doesn't matter if it failed, the important thing is she tried. You get a participation trophy when it comes to XP. And then whoever really wants it can finish that unit off, and I think Sir Bob leveled up already this battle. I think the spider, I think the vampire spider did once. The dread spider did not. But the dread spider is too far away. We'll give it this one to Mira. We'll give the dreadnought another level. That seems fair. Although dreadnought may not kill him. That's okay. Actually got more XP from taking a hit, so I guess we can give it to the knights. Sure, why not? That should give me enough mana to build the henge. 56 mana, and the Cult, ooh, that's the Cult of Storms insignia. That's kind of a neat item. 80% shock protection is always pretty nice. That's a lot of gold too, but I kind of do need the mana right now. So I am going to take that mana. I'm just going to have one of those heroes come pick this up. Who would benefit more from that? Probably my leader, actually, because the druid and I think the sorcerer can both get shock resistance for their armies. I know the druid. I know the dreadnought and the sorcerer. The druid cannot. The druid is spirit, poison, and cold, or frost resistance. So yeah, I think that's probably a decent enough item for my leader to just take. He doesn't really have very many items of his own anyway, so we'll give it to him. Alright. And then move him back. This back. I can move the knight over one. Can't move him any further though. And then we can do one more fight this turn and pull the snake in on things. Just need to make sure I get someone over there to help the snake out. Actually, we'll send the dreadnought over. You can charge in with the snake. And then I will send... I'll send the Dreadnought in and actually launch the attack. Get a lot of battles done over here all in one turn. This is pretty good. Would like to know where those dragons came from that showed up. I wonder if there's a haunted boneyard to the west over there. In any case, let's get our people all together. So we got the knight over on one side. On the other side is the snake and the Dreadnought. I want to heal the snake as soon as I can. Let's go ahead and give him 22 out of 38. We'll give the snake guarded by flames. I will start with the animal buffs for the spiders. Doesn't look like they're gonna run out at me, so that makes this a little easier. Then I can heal anyone, although no one needs a full 20 health right now, so I may hold off on that. Alright, let's start moving up into a position to attack. I think the Dreadnought's just very well suited for starting these battles, especially considering the Dreadnought has fire to use against the Frostlings. That makes this a little better. I'll move them around behind that rock to get kind of more in the middle of everyone. Alright, we are at round 3. I can get another buff. I'm going to go ahead and give Awakened Spirit to the snake. So I definitely want him to kill something, and ideally several things. I probably want to give him Nourishing Meal as well, to buff his health beyond the max a little bit. Make him a little extra tanky, so there's a baby Shock Serpent with 53 health. And I think now is time to get this party started. Come on over, guys. I'll leave the knight on the flank, because that seems to be a good place to have the knight. Right over there. And they should come running out right at me now. Immobilize the Dreadnought, but I don't think that's going to matter very much. Because of all the range. Well, she can't reach over there like I was hoping, so I wanted to have the Dreadnought help with the Ice Queen, but that's okay. Let's see. Maybe I can stun the guy in front. Yep. I'm just going to guard that Storm Sister. The Ice Queen will run around and almost certainly use Guard Breaker to break guard on those 2 units. That's fine if that's what she wants to do. If she does do that, I will have my snake in position to assist. In the meantime, I want to put the spider over here. Actually, I want to move my leader up. Can I reach that? No, I can't quite reach that guy. That's alright. I'm going to run around. He will probably flank Mira, so I need to make sure I protect her. If I move him here... How much damage can I do to that Harpoon Thrower? Could potentially kill. If I can kill that Harpoon Thrower, I should be completely fine here. This would be a situation where a Hunter Spider would be handy, because I would try to web that and use it as XP for the snake. He'll almost certainly go there and flank. I could prevent him from flanking by putting the monkey in the way, but then that would also lower Mira's defense, and I don't think I want to do that. So instead, I will use Mira to burn that guy right there, and just get him out of the way, and have the spider come just to generally assist in this area. Mira will get flanked, but my leader can heal. Alright, that did exactly what I was hoping it would do. Now is when I need to try to do some webbing. That is not a spider. What am I doing? Okay, let's first try to stun the Ice Queen. No luck there. I need just anyone to deal with those guys. Doesn't matter who. Mira could finish them off. Alright. I need all webs and other various forms of crowd control active on these guys. Okay, that's perfect. The only problem is this is now in the way. I need someone to break that. That's okay, actually. That should be pretty easy to do. So I can have my leader run around and attack it. Get that box out of the way. Send the spider through and try to web this guy. Okay, good. Then everyone is now snake food. Gotta remember that Mira needs health over here. So I'll go back and deal with that. And if the round lasts long enough, which I think it will, it should. Nice, a level for the snakes. I'm gonna give them as much XP as I can. They're at 18 out of 25 experience, so a little bit might get wasted on this next unit, but that's okay. I want them to level up to a tier 3 as fast as possible, because it's just a huge jump in their combat capability at that point. Also, I can give Awakened Spirit to whichever spider doesn't already have it. Although at this point it doesn't matter, because I've already used it once, so I'm not getting bonus XP for using it multiple times. It's only once per battle that you get the XP. So yeah, it's actually redundant at this point. I believe I've used pretty much everybody's special abilities. I mean, the monkey, I didn't use sprint. Does that actually even do anything? No, it doesn't. Alright, I think all that's left is to just finish that unit off. Call it a day for those snakes. Cool. Frostlink Fishing Spear, one of the most useless items in the game. I'm probably going to sell all this stuff. Ooh, the True Sight and Vision Range upgrade would be nice, though. Especially considering my leader's going to have a flying mount. Oh man, it sucks because this item's garbage, but this item is really good. I'll just sell the Fishing Spear separately. But I do want that Pendant of the Lightworker. That would also be very good on my leader. Close that and maybe move the leader onto that tile to pick that up on this turn. Sell the other one. Yeah, that's going to be really nice once that Wyvern egg hatches. You'll be able to see for days. This can get sold. I am never going to use that. And then at this point, pretty much everyone's done here. It's just a matter of splitting up units and deciding who goes with who. So I'll just leave them all in that kind of muddled mess for now and clean it up on the next turn. I did get a lot of levels. I got a Goblin Warlord. I already have a Warlord. I want a Theocrat. I'm going to hold out for a Theocrat. Okay, I have Summon Siege Engine as an option for this unit now, but it doesn't do me any good until I have enough casting points to actually use it. So on this turn, I want to get Invention 2 to boost her casting points to 35, and then I can get Summon Siege Engine. As for my leader, Call Lightning. Already planned that out. Especially since with the Dreadnought probably soon to leave and get their own army, my Druid needs a way to force enemies to come to me, and I was kind of using the Inflict Immolation to do that, or the Firebomb. I can't do that anymore. Back here we will produce the Henge, and at that point I need to stop spending mana, because I'm going to need some for spells for my new city here. Actually, I'm going to need that starting on the next turn. I almost can't afford to do the Henge, but I do want the extra growth, so I'm going to go for it anyway. Alright, we'll do... that That is stone wall, right? We got the stone wall. Yeah, because it's reaching the farm now. So basically, just build a city right here. And have the builder gonna have continue to go down south. Probably follow this army and look for places to hopefully put something cool down here. Now the tiger's got barons running, so I can move him pretty far in this area and have a good look around before needing to loop back and get those haste berries. Okay, now I need to go for them, I think. Just in case I'm miscounting spaces, that would be 3, 6, 9, 12. What tile type is that? I can't tell what that's on. It's probably barons, so I think I'm gonna do this. Yep. Then have him... Looks like there is a pass through the mountains there. So I will have him take that. There is unfortunately not a lot going on down here around this heart structure. It's pretty isolated. So I think the best use of this would be for a good Storm Sister city. Does this give any bonuses? No, it's just knowledge. So unless there's something over here, this seems extremely isolated. I would just have to find ways to make the city as happy as possible. But basically I'm going to need the spell of that spreads temperate terrain in order to do that. Alright, well, this group can continue. May as well grab this. Probably should have grabbed that too, but they're just dealing with... They're not dealing with anything substantial right now. It's just a couple halflings just because I want that tower, so I think they should be alright. Alright, back to the sorcerer now. And I'm going to do another quick save here. I actually think that these next couple battles, I'm going to save these for the next episode. We're going to see if we can hopefully try to get another spider leveled up between these two fights and this fight here before taking my sorcerer to try to deal with that haunted boneyard. Because they kind of need all the help they can get. So fortunately we'll have some animal minions for them. I suspect some penguins may not survive, but we'll have to wait until the next episode to see, I suppose. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Like I said, was gone for part of this weekend because of the 4th of July holiday. So I will be only doing 2 episodes this week. So this is the first of those 2. Second one will be the most up-to-date, and then I'll have some time to read your comments till I get back into a more normal schedule next weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Dawson Horner, Jimbro, Sarah Feingold, and Tarsak. Thanks so much, everybody.